Hello everybody, and welcome to Mystery Logic. Today we're going to be looking at 5 scary videos with no explanation. Starting in at number 5, I like to call this video The Nun. The video starts off with this YouTube urban explorer going into this abandoned chapel. He kind of begs the whatever phantom ghost apparition to throw cups at him. At this point, if it's throwing something, it's a poltergeist.
Just throw a cup at me again, please.
Later we see him, he comes up to this empty room. There's obviously a lot of glass on the ground. It's obviously very abandoned. If you look here, this was not built, but it's dated back to about the 1930s. I'm just gonna play this clip right here without me talking, just so you can get an opinion on it yourself.
You can see there since 19. What the hell's that? Ah! Oh my God! Get me the fuck out of here!
So what we see here is like a nun peering through the window, and his reaction to me is very genuine as he just kind of shoots out and up the stairs and out the chapel. After that, we see he is focusing the camera up on the upper windows, and we see that the nun is up in the upper windows. To me, the nun got up there unrealistically fast, and there's just no way humanly possible by the time he left and panned back up that they would be there. Not humanly possible, at least. If you look off to the side here, you'll see that there's some kind of other apparition. To me, it just looks like someone in nothing but white robes. I'm not going to tell you what this to me resembles. And he is very, very freaked out. Now, my opinion on it is his fear to me is very genuine. As far as what's actually in the window, this could be as far as a prank. But then again, that's a little bit of a stretch due to the time lapse between basement and upper floor. And this urban explorer wants nothing more to do with his chapel. It seems he is out of there, he just wants to go. The other figures, or figure, I don't know what the hell that is, it just kind of shows up and walks back off. I didn't really see nothing recognizable. It didn't look like he had a face. It was just like a pure white, kind of like star. So I'm gonna go ahead. This video is very possibly real. Those are just my thoughts. Also, this is one of the scariest videos, in my opinion, on the internet. Just my opinions, but what are your thoughts? Here to me is another weird one. Here we see a bunch of people getting off of an invisible plane going up this terminal. This was filmed somewhere in Thailand, I believe. And what it's showing here is pretty much as you expect. It's quote unquote a bunch of ghosts walking off of a ghost plane. But there has been some skepticism and saying that it's a reflection off of another terminal, off of another gate. That it's just people went down the wrong terminal and they had to turn around and get back off it. But to me, that one doesn't seem likely due to the fact that there's a lot of people coming out such a small area. After watching this a couple of times, I don't believe it's neither of them, and I kind of have this little thing about imprints. I believe this is some sort of imprint. Imprints are kind of like when something has happened. It doesn't have to be significant. Most of the time it's when something crazy has happened or something really impactful. That's when you'll see like an imprint. But imprints can be anything. Imprints are the reason why some people see a ghost of living people, is because an event has imprinted on an area. To me, this could be just an imprint, as in a lot of people got off of a plane. There was a lot of energy there and it kept it. When I was reading up on this, or listening up on this, it said that this is there's not a lot of traffic in this airport. It's almost an abandoned airport. It's not very operational. So maybe just a lot of people getting off at one time left an imprint on the area because it's not used to such high activity. But that's the only thing I can think of here. Very, very unexplainable what this actually is. This video here I found on the New York Post, which shows a home security footage picking up what seems to be some kind of mist, ghost, phantom, spirit being, whatever you want to call it, going down the steps. What most people in this video point out is that because the cat not reacting to anything, it's dubbed as fake. Now, I don't know about any of you, but cats don't react to much. I mean, you could walk straight into a room, they wouldn't acknowledge you one bit. I'm assuming that'd be the same as a phantom. A phantom walks to a room, I doubt the cat's going to acknowledge the phantom ever so slightly. Now, what this could be is a double exposure on the camera. This could be overlaying on another recording, as home surveillances seem to record on top of itself, and this would very well what this could be. On the other hand, I have seen a ghost in real life. Now, I know that's a little far-fetched to say, but I have I was walking out of my bathroom and it passed right in front of me. So that's what you're seeing here is exactly what it looked like when I saw it. And the only difference between this and that is I saw it in real life, and then that's just a recording. So what you can't see is what I felt, and that was this fear, and I felt the wind come off it, and I heard it go by. As weird as that says, as weird as that sounds. Anyways, I'm not making this about me. To me, that's what it looked like. I'm seeing something that I saw in real life happening on a camera. So I'm going to say this is totally plausible that this is an actual spirit going down the steps. A logical explanation is a double recording. Let me know what you think this is in the comment section below. I could go either way on this. It could be a double recording, or it could be a ghost, or it could just be something else. It could just be dust going by the lens. You don't know. It's just, this video here hits a little too close to home for me due to the fact that I have actually dealt with a shadow person in my own house. And I think still today, I just don't think I've seen it lately. What this is showing is a figure going past the window very fast. Now, we're not looking at the computer screen, we're looking at the window reflection in the back, and you can see it shoot by very, very quickly. Now, speed is something associated with shadow people. They're known to be very quick, and you can see them at the corner of your eye, and that's one time you're going to see them. I know when we had one, if we still have one, we might, I don't know, you would always see it at the corner of your eye going back and forth rapidly, and then you would look, and it would stop. Along with that, you would have a feeling of extreme dread. So it would pass by the corner of your eye extremely fast, and then you would look and nothing would be there. You go back to doing what you were doing, and it would start doing it again. Eventually, you would just stop doing what you're doing and leave the room or leave the house or something, because the feeling you would get while it was happening was just unbearable. So yeah, to me, it's very plausible. I'm just gonna go ahead and dub on my experience. This is real. To me, it's real. But to everyone else who maybe has never experienced a shadow person, they might think otherwise. They might think there is an actual logical explanation for this, but where is it at? To me, I'm being very biased due to my experiences, but there's no real world explanation for what's going on in this video. But to me, it's 100% genuine shadow person. That's what that is. This right here, what you're seeing, is a result of a film that happened about 11 years ago. I'm not sure what the film is. This video just so happened to capture something very unusual. Right before you see what I'm assuming the people partaking in the film, before they start running down the hallway, you kind of see this apparition just kind of pop up and disappear, almost like it's walking through the wall and appearing out of nowhere. However, I slowed this down. I looked at it a couple of times. I've even messed with the levels of exposure to try to get to where I could see it better. And what I found out it doesn't like appear. It doesn't anything like that. It doesn't just conjure up out of nowhere. It kind of pops up from behind the little hallway there and then goes down into the corridor, and it kind of looks like it slips into another room. While that's very weird, this can also be the same as we talked about in video 3, where it could be, what I mean by that is video laying on top of another video, causing it to seem like there's something there when really it's just reused video. Now, this was taken 11 years ago, so I'm not sure if they would be using like chips in their cameras, or they'll be using actual film here. I don't know. Not very explainable. I don't know what's going on here. I do know is the spirit's motion is very fluid and really human-like. And I know that's what ghosts are past humans. It's just most of the time when you see an apparition or a ghost, they're in and out. Sometimes they're not full figures or half figures. You see them come in, missed out. They're missed in, missed out. They're never really like full figures, fluid in motion, start to end, just walk and go somewhere. I've never seen that in a video before. Therefore, I'm not saying this is fake. But then again, I'm not saying it's a ghost. I'm in between on it. I'm not sure. It's just unexplainable. I don't have an explanation for it. So what did you think of these videos? Did you think any of them was real? Did you think all of them are fake? Did you think all of them are real? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here and go edit this video. So y'all have a good one.